Well, the Rams had their opportunity to break in this new stadium last Sunday night against the Cowboys. Now it's the Chargers' turn as you get a look at the brand-new SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Austin Eckler.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this one complete to Reed. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Tackle made.
Charvarius Ward there to make the stop.
A gain of a yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. 3rd down here.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
4-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 24. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Jabari Zuniga with a stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. 1st and goal from the 6-yard
line.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Mecole Hardman. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
15 yards on the play, first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing now is Mahomes. This will complete to Mecole Hardman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Running on first down, Eckler. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Michael Batchley lining up for the...
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 25.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
1-yard loss on the.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. A huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman. 57 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Harrison.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Herbert. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score. Chiefs 21, Chargers 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Allen's got it complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Chargers 14.
The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
49-yard line.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's look at it. He'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. From the 50, here's Herbert. And caught by Henry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When Hunter Henry entered the league, people were really looking for him to establish himself as one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Ability to run and catch and make plays in open space. But the biggest obstacle he's had is just staying on the field. Ended up missing all of 2018 due to injury. When he's right, he is one of the better tight ends and better targets in the AFC West.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. 43 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they're going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
6 yards left on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw left side is complete to Reed. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a gain of 3.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Eckler, they run left side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Herbert, complete. It's Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
1st and goal at the 9-yard.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A little juke. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 6-yard line.
2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Eckler. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 5, 3rd and goal. This is caught for a touchdown. Everything in flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes on the move to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On the return is Reed. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First and
from the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Operating from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Kansas City.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And it's second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. Here's the Super Bowl hero from a year ago. It's Damian Williams. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 36. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He is going to find Hill here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. And some room to work. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
At the 49-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. His throw incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available. His 3rd interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll get it interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 25. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
A 47-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still in attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? Right? 300, that means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Kansas City.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 48 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score, Chiefs 48. Chargers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. He completes it to Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Joe Reed, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Herbert. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for
another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film possession, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. But this one's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. And now here's a carry heading left. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Williams is going to have the 1st down and a little more. And down to the 27-yard line. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far in his team lead. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. And they'll run on the inside handoff. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
He was brought
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
City Chiefs. Oh, yeah. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Butker's kick here is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember calling for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll go down, but not before inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Chargers, first down.
One last throw here for Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to go down, and his time is now run out on this game.
Today's final score, Chiefs.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test.